When I started at Apple, Steve's sister Patty was plugging the chips onto the boards on the coffee table in the living room while she watched The Gong Show. I'm pretty much the person who built most of the Macintosh prototypes. There was just no access to technology the way we have it now. The Apple I was a watershed event in terms of price and capability and the average person being able to own this computer. The Pine 64 is an improvement beyond my wildest expectations.
Introducing the Pine 64. The Pine 64 is a fully expandable 64-bit quad-core single-board computer with a 1.2 GHz 64-bit ARM Cortex CPU. 2 USB ports, an Ethernet port, and a full 4K HDMI output, the Pine 64 has everything you need to build your next project. Purchase the basic unit to run Linux or Android, or add on components to create your own custom computer. We're constantly developing new modules for the Pine 64 platform, such as a 5-megapixel camera, Bluetooth 4.0 and Wi-Fi card, lithium battery, or even an LCD touch panel, just to name a few. The Pine 64 also has 2 I/O expansion ports, compatible with many other components, such as Z-Wave, Zigbee, and X10.
For the price of a meal, the Pine 64 is a fully fledged computer. It's versatile, it's modular, and it's more powerful than most of the competition on the market. We at OpenHub are excited about the endless possibilities that the combination of the Pine 64 and OpenHub can bring. So having really a board that works well with OpenHub is really a perfect starting point for many more users. And it means that smart home technology becomes more easily accessible for everyone.
With access to over 1.6 million Android apps on the market today, the Pine 64 really can be your most affordable 64-bit computing platform. Run Office apps, watch full 4K videos, stream from apps like Netflix, and play games or more. We're fully compatible with Android Lollipop 5.1, Ubuntu Linux, OpenHub, and more.
Be one of the first to join the Pine 64 community. And with your help, we can create more modules and software to bring affordable computing to all.
Would we have ever believed we would have this $15 supercomputer? No, I wouldn't have believed that. It's a big step just from the Raspberry Pi to the Pine. It's still hard to believe that it's so cheap.
Oh, hi, I'm Alex. A year ago, my friend Jonathan and I started working on a new type of computer kit. We call it Kano, and we're really excited to show you it today. We designed it for all ages, all over the world, and it gets you coding right away. Hi, Jonathan.
Hi! As kids, we loved playing games and building things with Lego. But today, the tools are different. Today, we have cheap computers. We have free software. And we started Kano in order to make these tools accessible for everyone, for fun and purpose. Now, the challenge for Kano was set by Mika, Alex's 7-year-old cousin.
I want you to make this as simple and fun as Lego.
Mika had a point, and it's not just 7-year-olds. I think a lot of us, we're amazed. What an amazing time to be alive. We're fascinated by this, but we have no way to get in. The available resources, they're tough. There isn't a simple, fun way to get started. We wanted to do something different, so we went around the world. We talked to hundreds of kids, parents, teachers, educators, artists, and we came up with Kano. It's based on 3 principles: simple steps, storytelling, physical computing, and tying them all together, a sense of play and exploration. You plug in the pieces, you build a computer, your own computer. You build a case, you customize it with your own designs, you build an amazing DIY speaker, you code games like Snake and Pong, you dive into the command line and explore, you get to know your computer, you hack up games like Minecraft, and at the end of it all, you look back and you realize, wow, you've actually learned something. You've got a new type of skill, a new way of expressing yourself, and one that's going to be very, very useful, we think, in the future.
As computers have gotten more complicated, they've grown harder to understand. But it's more important than ever to give kids a way in or they won't be ready for the future. And it's wonderful to see the kids making and changing Pong with the Kano.
With the Kano computer, it gives the power to create back to the people. It gives people the tools to create. It gives people the mindset to think that, okay, this was once closed, but now it's open.
We made a computer. We made the coolest computer. It felt like you were actually the person who made it. So like, you weren't just playing it, you felt like you actually made it.
So as you can see, we got great feedback. And now we're coming to Kickstarter because we want to make a bigger production and we want you to help us shape it and make it happen. We spent the last few months working with the right suppliers, preparing our production schedule, and most importantly, building a team of people from 6 different countries that are going to help us make it happen and bring Kano to you.
We've designed new plug-and-play hardware for this amazing, simple, out-of-the-box experience. It's so much fun, and we think you're going to love it. On top of that, we've powered up the Pi with these great software games, levels, projects, and also fixes, an interface that's more intuitive and more familiar. We want to make more kits, of course, but we also want to push these updates back into the open source community. We think that together, all of us, we have the chance to do something really cool. We can give a new generation the ability to create with technology rather than just consume it. And that's something that we think is really worthwhile.
This is OpenPi, a wireless computer for inventors, makers and coders to demo, prototype and sell physical products that run software. Here at Wireless Things, we've been searching for ways to ease the journey from an idea to an off-the-shelf product. Our story originally started by designing an Internet of Things hub, and along the way a number of people told us what features they would like in such a product. We found that similarly to the Raspberry Pi, technical features were important, but for anyone's idea to reach the shelves, this product had to not only connect to your home network, but have a variety of uses and look at home by your TV. The OpenPi has 2 internal USB sockets and our integrated sub-gigahertz SRF transceiver for communicating with long-range, low-power nodes like the XRF or RFU, meaning you can get up to all kinds of cool stuff. You may also feel no one product will ever address our changing needs. However, by openly sharing the design files, we've given back the user what they need to make OpenPi their own.
More and more frequently, the success of a product requires its looks to match its features. With that in mind, we began with this, the first prototype for the OpenPi enclosure. After a lot of trial and error and £14,000 journey, I'm really pleased with the result, because the design allows for you to have your name or logo embossed on our case for less than 2% of the cost of our journey.
What I love about open source is the influence it's having on every single creative community. These communities, like never before, are changing how global brands like Microsoft, Cisco, GE and BT are innovating new ideas. If you want to change the world, like I do, then our project makes building cool stuff that much easier. We're really excited to see what you can do.
From all of us here at Wireless Things, thanks for watching. That was horrible.